Good afternoon, dear innovators of tomorrow. Nice to meet you at this exciting event. We know that many visitors of this event speak English, so that this presentation will be held in English. Thank you. My name is Ning Zhao. I am a senior software developer and tech lead at Bundesbank, Directorate General Digital Euro. Today, I'd like to talk about the future of payments in Europe, focusing on the European Eurosystem's Digital Euro project. First of all, let me explain the Eurosystem's main motivations for launching the Digital Euro project. Just to clarify, the Eurosystem means the European Central Bank together with the 20 EU countries out of 27 that have adopted the euro as their national currency. There are important reasons why countries all over the world are currently evaluating the use of CBDC. Please feel free to ask questions if you have any. According to a recent study by the Bank for International Settlements, around 93% of regularly surveyed central banks state that they are currently working on the possible issuance of a central bank digital currency, CBDC, in one form or another, be it as a part of a research project or a pilot project. This map shows that only very few nations have already issued a CBDC. These are, for example, Bahamas, Nigeria, and Jamaica. I think this indicates that the issuance of a national CBDC is no easy task, but rather one that requires many years of intensive research and careful implementation. And this is your career opportunity. For us in the Eurosystem, we hope Digital Euro will be able to, first, adapt to changing payment trends. Second, strengthen European sovereignty. Third, make people's lives easier throughout the Eurozone. I know people are questioning about whether we do need the Digital Euro or not. Despite all the debates, the determination of the Eurosystem is firm and huge. Here is how Digital Euro will be used in everyday scenarios. By default, users could obtain Digital Euro via a link to the bank account. Alternatively, it would also be possible to top up via cash deposits at ATMs. Digital Euro will be integrated into existing online banking apps or Eurosystem's own app, so people can conveniently use it with smartphones. Or for those who aren't comfortable with apps, a physical smart card should also be available. Payments should be possible via NFC, and also QR codes and aliases, for example, mobile phone numbers or email addresses. People would be able to use the Digital Euro to pay in stores, in online commerce, and from person to person. Risks to financial stability, for example, digital bank run or structural disintermediation, are effectively mitigated by holding limits. Digital Euro has some important advantages. First, Digital Euro could be used everywhere in the Eurozone. It's universally accepted. Second, free of charge for end users for basic services. Third, greater privacy compared to existing digital payment methods. Fourth, could also be used offline. Fifth, fail-safe as it's central bank money. From the outset, the Digital Euro project has prioritized user privacy. Online transactions will be pseudonymous, meaning the Eurosystem cannot directly link them to individual users. This, this offers significantly stronger data protection than many commercial payment providers. The euro system has no interest in collecting or using personal data for commercial purposes. An independent data protection agency will oversee privacy in ensuring adherence to strict EU regulations. All stakeholders, including payment service providers, are bound by these regulations. Our commitment to privacy is unwavering, and we will continuously evaluate and refine our measures to maintain the highest standards. The digital euro is a public-private endeavor. Financial intermediaries will play a crucial role in its distribution and customer relations. Holding limits will ensure a balanced relationship between central bank money and commercial bank money. We are working to set a holding limit that promotes digital euro usage without compromising monetary policy or financial stability. This is a complex task with 20 participating countries. Remember, digital euro is for payments, not as a store of value. It won't earn interest. However, it could stimulate innovation in the European payment sector. Private providers can offer new services like conditional payments or bill splitting. The digital euro infrastructure can help private providers expand their services across the Eurozone, reducing our reliance on non-European providers. This benefits users with wider access to innovative payment solutions. To ensure seamless digital euro payments across the Eurozone, we are developing a unified set of rules, standards, and procedures, the Digital Euro Rulebook. This will make digital euro payments as universally accepted as cash. The Rulebook Development Group, RDG, is gathering industry insights to shape this framework. The RDG comprises senior experts from both public and private sectors, nominated by the European stakeholder associations. By creating a common sense of rules, we are enabling intermediaries to access all Eurozone markets effortlessly and promoting a harmonized digital payment ecosystem. This is our digital euro timeline. In our investigation phase, it's already passed. We developed the initial digital euro concept. We are now at the preparation phase. We are finalizing the rulebook, selecting service providers, conducting experiments, and refining technical aspects. The ECB Governing Council will decide on the digital euro's introduction after a legal framework is in place. This will be in the future. And now I'd like to introduce another part of digital euro, the wholesale CBDC. Alongside the retail digital euro, we see significant potential in a wholesale central bank digital currency, WCBDC. A WCBDC is a programmable central bank money for banks and financial institutions designed for settling DLT-based transactions. Market demand for WCBDCs is driven by the rise of DLT and blockchain technology. DLT offers benefits like automated smart contracts and reduced reconciliation. Major institutions are actively experimenting with DLT, blockchain, and tokenized assets, supported by favorable regulations. However, to fully leverage DLT, the cash leg of transactions must be integrated. This creates a strong market demand for a central bank solution. Central bank money is the safest and most liquid settlement asset. Our key question: How can we use WCBDC to settle DLT-based financial market transactions efficiently and securely? In a smart economy, goods, money, and information should flow seamlessly. WCBDC can be a game changer in achieving this goal. Digital Euro also aims to create a new financial market infrastructure to support innovative services. DLT, introduced in 2009, is transforming financial markets. While initially focused on streamlining existing processes like DVP and PVP. DVP means delivery versus payment. PVP means payment versus payment. Its potential extends far beyond. DLT can reshape the fundamental infrastructure of financial markets. By leveraging distributed ledgers, smart contracts, and digital money, we can create more efficient, transparent, and interconnected systems. The G20's initiative to improve cross-border payments highlights the need for such innovations. DLT-based multilateral platforms can address the challenges of traditional systems, offering benefits like reduced costs, increased speed, and greater automation. Beyond payments, DLT can enable new financial products and services. By creating a more holistic platform for assets, cash, and information, we can unlock new opportunities and drive innovation. As DLT continues to evolve, it's essential to establish a clear vision for how it can reshape financial market infrastructures and create a more efficient, equitable, and resilient global financial system. Now we've explored the key aspects of the Digital Euro project. If you are excited about being part of this groundbreaking initiative and possess some of the following IT skills, we encourage you to visit our stand at C36. It's right there to learn more about our job opportunities. These IT expertise needed are it's logical. Blockchain, DLT, like cryptography, latest security standards. This is very, very important. Security and the distributed system, database management, cloud technology, SQL, NoSQL, software development, things like DevOps knowledges, automation, CI/CD pipelines, in cloud computing, Kubernetes, Docker, API development, user experience design, and we are seeking a variety of IT experts. Thank you very much. Yes, question, if you have any question.
Okay, if you have any questions, raise your hand. Let's start here.
Thank you very much. I have a question. Maybe there are a few use cases for banks or financial institutions to use the digital euro, but for everyday user, when there are other opportunities where, like Bitcoin, where no bank can intervene, where I don't have any inflation, why should I use digital euro? Where, for example, German bank can intervene, where I can know securities that if I break laws and that my money can be stolen by the state or by somebody else. Why should I use digital euro? I don't get it, to be honest.
First of all, the universal acceptance, not the existing solutions. For example, the Visa, MasterCard, the Amex, they are not accepted everywhere, not yet. And the second, and yes, okay, for everyday usage, it's also possible for everyday usage. It's also possible to be used offline. Imagine if you go to the Wochenmarkt. Okay, this is, but yes, I admit that for everyday usage, actually the existing payment methods, it's already for many people already convenient enough. But like I have just said, the benefits lies not only for end users, but for example, the small enterprises using digital euros, they can save the fees for the payment service providers, and also it's from a higher level, it's about European sovereignty. Yes, it's not directly feasible in our everyday life, but the danger or the threat really exists if some days American providers pull off their support, and we should have something European to support our digital payments. Thank you. And also data privacy, like I've said, the EU, the rule for data privacy is the standard is very high. If the digital euro can really adhere to these standards, then we can expect more privacy. Thank you.
Thank you. So you mentioned the payment service providers.
Yes.
But since the digital euro is supposed to have like true peer-to-peer capability, like normal cash.
Yes.
My question is, what is the role of those payment service providers? Because can't I just exchange my cash into digital?
This is a
euros?
very good question. Very good question. It's like this. The intermediaries, the service providers are there. Just now I said the euro system, the ECB, won't have direct access to the transaction data of yours. Every individual transaction, the ECB don't see it. Who sees them? Who sees them? The intermediaries. Deine Hausbank. Yeah, and your house bank, they still have a little more transaction details of. They have to know, because there are also other rules. Know your customer. If a bank, they have your account, they have to know more about you. Without those intermediaries, the ECB knows more about you. There's less privacy. This design is also for data partially for data protection there. Yes, partially.
Test. Okay.
Yes.
I'm very much interested in open source code. How open is it?
Oh, this is a great question. It's really, just weeks ago, I was discussing with our bosses internally. I know. Blockchain, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the code base are all open source on GitHub. I know. And even their BIP and EEP, the improvement processes. But currently, we are the developers. We developers are working internally to show the directors, show our managers the benefit of the open source. It's more about winning the trust, public trust. If the public sees the source code, they can contribute. There can be more trust. But yes, this project is organized by ECB, not by Bundesbank. It's the committee, the steering committee is from ECB, so that there are more work for us developers to überzeugen, yeah, as to convince them. Okay, this is the right way to go. Now the world is already very open. We cannot drive such a huge project just closely and everything. We must at least set some open standards. But I think there are nuances, and yes, people, the rural develop RDG, the rural development group, it's relatively open. It's multi-parties from the European societies, they are discussing together. And of course, as a technical, I hope it can be more open, and we are actively working on this, okay? We are actively working on this. Any
Okay.
more questions?
Yeah. Any more questions? Over there.
Hi.
Yes.
Recently, there is the conspiracy theory about the digital currency that governments will start following and checking, stopping, or blocking, whatever, concerning people. This is one part of the question. The second one is for the elder people. Till now, they don't know how to use the credit card. And now you are expecting them to change to currency which they never saw it, they never expect to have it, they don't know anything of it. So how the deviation from paper currency to non-showing currency, how they will expect it?
Okay,
or accept
I
it?
think the second question is very good, but first let me say conspiracy theory. Basically, there can be conspiracy.
Actually, on TikTok, on Instagram, there's lots of videos about this. I don't know. That's why I'm asking an expert now. Thank you.
Okay, to the first question, the conspiracy theory. Basically, there can be conspiracy behind everything. Okay, since this is a tech talk, yeah, I'm not going to comment on this. And the second question is for elderly people. This is truly a very good question, and our thought is that the digital euro is not going to set aside the cash. Cash will be existing for a very long time. So that if the elderly is really that elderly that they only know how to use cash, yes, cash will be there. They can use cash. And secondly, as I have already said, there will be some smart card which is easy to use. Physical smart card, you don't have to use a smartphone. Just use that card to yeah, it's similar to cash. Yes, cash and the smart card. I think for elderly that should be good enough. Yes. Please.
First, I would like to thank you for your presentation. It was really inspiring and really interesting.
Yes.
And I have the following question
Yes.
regarding the banks. So, if we have this digital currency or digital euro, do we need other banks like Postbank, Sparkasse,
Yes.
ING, and so weiter?
Yes, we need them. We do not want to destroy the existing relationship between Bundesbank and the commercial banks. And they can be very, very good PSPs, service provider, intermediaries, which means also a convenience for the end users. If you already have an account at commercial bank, you don't have to give your data further to anything else. You don't have to give your personal data further to Bundesbank or another issuer. If the commercial bank is a service provider, they can do it under the hood, and you just use digital euro. This is yes. Okay. It's digital euro is also designed in this two-level architecture. It's not directly from it's central bank money. Digital euro is central bank money, but not directly from Bundesbank, but from your house bank.
Sorry, last question. There will be inflation for digital euro, right? So you have digital euros and you have the cash. So cash has inflation, but digital euro doesn't have inflation. So the value keeps the same. Or
this is a very good question, but at this moment, I cannot see through a glass kugel. I think there will be even if there will be inflations, the measurement for adjust it, the control mechanisms, it will be easier to do with digital euro than the cash system, because the digital rules, it's computer code is easier to write in a smart contract or a meta control script. It's easy to distribute. This is the policy. I mean the policy. With digital euro, it's easier to distribute, easier to implement. If something bad happens, the Diretung kann schneller kommen, ja. Die Wertung kann schneller kommen.
Okay, and digital euro doesn't have any backup like gold, so the value is still. So, what is the value behind digital euro? Is there any value?
This is backed by central bank reserve.
Central bank reserve.
Yes, it's backed by central bank reserve. Okay. This is a significant difference between central bank money and the Girargeld. Okay, thank you.
May I ask a question? What is your day-to-day job if the whole blockchain CBCD is from the European Central Bank? What's the part of the Deutsche Bundesbank in the whole process? Like, what do you do for, like...
Okay, a very good question. It's the internal organization is really... It's not that straightforward to explain, but in a high level, that the steering committee is from ECB. They organize the rule book, how to design the rule book, and they prepare the Ausschreibung for the service providers, and my day-to-day job. Weeks ago, I reviewed the requirement, technical requirement, and give my opinions because we are preparing. But later, if the implementation phase comes, I will also write code, test. And also, yes, provide opinions to the European Central Bank, the steering committee, what is feasible, what is not. And yes, at the moment, it's basically that, of course, also marketing, because at this moment, the acceptance of digital euro is still quite low. I know. So that it's also our job to tell people, yes, it's a chance for us. It's a chance for us all. Okay.
Okay, let's do one last question if anyone has one. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. My specialist is IT security specialist. You already explained the security standards, as I see. My question is, since it's a Deutsche Bundesbank,
yes,
and I know in Deutschland there are several banks. They are also having the other countries' money as well. Like, for example, I have one professor. He is working in a chief department, security department, and he's Dutch. I don't remember his company, but they are printing other countries' money as well there. And in Deutsche Bundesbank, since your specialist is digitalizing and for the money, yeah, and do you also digitalizing other countries' money as well? This is Deutsche Bundesbank. Yeah.
Yes.
And your specialist is digitalizing. And my question is, do you also digitalizing other countries' money as well? Or no for the Dutch money, euro?
Digital euro is a European project. It's not only German. So, like I've said, the euro system include 20 countries in the eurozone who already use euro as their national currency. So it's not a Bundesbank. It's not a Bundesbank alone, but it's a European effort. Okay, I'm glad that there are so many questions and very good questions.
Yeah. If you have any more questions, you can ask her directly.
Yes, visit our stand at C36, okay? C36.
Thank you very much.